Angeles with your skills lesson this morning. Let's take a quick look at what we're going to learn today. We'll find the t sound at the beginning and ends of words and review the different spellings of the t sound, ed and t. We will also distinguish between statements, questions, and exclamations in oral sentences and written punctuation. Let's practice the t sound. Say the t sound with me 3 times. Are you ready? T, t, t. Good job. Now let's read a tongue twister. First, I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll read it again together. Tim told Tina not to twist and turn. Say it with me. Tim told Tina not to twist and turn. What sound do you hear most often? Right, t, the t sound. Let's review the spellings for the t sound. On the first card, you see the letter T, t. You can see the power bar on our flashcard is almost full, which means that we hear this sound very, very often. If you look at the second flashcard with the TT, you can see that you don't hear the TT, t, pronouncing very often. I mean, it only happens a little bit of the time. And on our last card here, you see ED. And also, the power bar here is very small. This is because we don't hear ED pronounced as t very often, but it does happen sometimes. Let's take a look at a few more words. We have t, truck. Where is the t sound in this word? Right, in the beginning. We also have the word sit. Sit. Where is the t sound in this word? That's right, at the end. Here we have TT. We have kitten. Where do you hear the t sound in this word? Right, in the middle. And we have bitter. Bitter. Where do you hear the t sound in bitter? Right, in the middle. Last one. Here we have ED. The first word is parked. Where do you hear the t sound? Right, at the end. And the second word we have is baked. Where do you hear the t sound? Good job, guys. It's at the end. You see a word box and 3 columns, each one with a different spelling for the sound T makes, t. We have T, TT, and ED. We will do the first few together, and then I want you to try the rest by yourself. The answers will pop up on the video, and if you need time, make sure you pause the video so that you can copy them down. You ready? What column does the word time go under? Right, the T column. How about the word cut? You got it. It goes under the T column. How about the word parked? Yep, it goes under the ED column. Next we have the word until. Right, it goes under the T column. The next word is baked. What column does baked go under? That's right, ED. Now you are going to continue the rest of the words by yourself. You can use the video for reference and the answers will pop up as you continue writing. Now we are going to look at some root words and change them to have the or est sound at the end. They did the first one for us. When adding another suffix, if it's going to add another syllable, we have to add a second ending. So that's why you see in the word wetter, the extra T. Same thing with wettest. Let's check out the next one. We have the root word hot. How do we change hot to hotter? Right, H-O-T-T-E-R. And then we change it to hottest, H-O-T-T-E-S. Continue to watch the video and pause where you need. Let's review some punctuation. When we're closing our sentences, we use punctuation marks. So far, we've been using periods and question marks. What kind of punctuation mark do we use in writing when we are excited or scared? That's right, an exclamation mark. I will go to the store today. What punctuation mark goes at the end of this sentence? Right, a period, because it's a statement. Watch out! What kind of punctuation mark do we put at the end of this sentence? Right, an exclamation mark, because I said it very excited. Can I eat this cake? What kind of punctuation mark do we put at the end of the sentence? Right, a question mark, because I asked a question. Have you ever been to Spain? What kind of punctuation mark do we use? That's right, a question mark, because I asked you a question. I love that movie. What kind of punctuation mark do we use? Right, an exclamation, because I'm excited. We can go outside to play. What kind of punctuation mark do I put at the end of that sentence? Right, a period, because it's a statement. Now, let's work on our activity sheet. On the top line, where you see the exclamation point and the question mark, I want you to practice drawing those punctuation marks. You also see a period on that line. Then, if you look at the sentence next to number 1, we need to edit it. It says, "Nan, what is that?" What is wrong with the beginning of the sentence? Right, the N needs to be capital, because it's the beginning of a sentence and it's somebody's name. What kind of punctuation mark do we use? You got it. It's a question mark. Now what you're going to do is you're going to write the edited sentence on the lines. Make sure that you don't have any floating letters and you use your finger spaces. Pause the video when you need to stop to write. Number 2, that sounds like fun. What's wrong with this sentence? That's right. The T is supposed to be capital because it's the beginning of a sentence. What kind of punctuation mark are we going to use? You got it. An exclamation point. Now you're going to write your edited sentence on the line. Remember, no floating letters and use your finger spaces. What sort of coin is it? What's wrong with the beginning of my sentence? That's right. The W is lowercase and needs to be capital because it's the beginning of a sentence. What kind of punctuation mark do I need to use? You're right, a question mark, because I'm asking a question. Write your edited sentence on the line. Remember, no floating letters. Number 4, it is a Spanish coin. What is wrong with the beginning of that sentence? Right. The I needs to be a capital because it's the beginning of a sentence. What else is wrong with the sentence? Yeah, it's missing a punctuation mark. What kind of punctuation mark would we use for the sentence? Right, a period, because it's a statement. Write your edited sentence on the line. Don't forget your finger spaces. When was the coin made? What is wrong with the beginning of the sentence? Right, the W is supposed to be capital because it's at the beginning of our sentence. What kind of punctuation mark will we use for this sentence? If you said question mark, you're correct. Write your edited sentence on the line. The coin is from the 1600s. What is wrong with the sentence? Right. The T needs to be capital because it's the beginning of our sentence. What else am I missing? Wow, you guys are too good. A period, because it's a statement. Go ahead, write your edited sentence. Pause if you need to. Yippee! I shouted. Nothing's wrong with the beginning of my sentence, but what am I missing? Right, an exclamation mark because I'm excited. Write your edited sentence on the line. I am rich. What's missing from the sentence? You got it, an exclamation point, because that's very exciting. Write your edited sentence on the line. Awesome job this week, everyone. Make sure your parents send pictures of your work to your teacher. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll check in with you again on Monday.